Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another fabulous speed build. Today I am finally, I know I've been a little lazy, doing my very first budget base game only house in the brand new year of 2024. And I know what you guys are all thinking. You're like, oh my god, yes, slay, so love it. Another thing you might be thinking is like, why do you look so disgusting? And I am all about transparency. So the truth is, I was a feral rat last night. And I went to an arcade bar, and I drank Moscow Mules like it was my job. And now I'm back on my sim grind, okay? Because, you know, one thing we're trying to do this year is really commit to the bit, and I just love being a little simmer. So even though I've questioned my life choices, and for breakfast I had a sugar-free root beer and a handful of chips because, I don't know, that's what my tummy wanted, I have no regrets because I'm here on the grind. Also, the lighting in my office like really sucks right now, and I'm not super thrilled about it. But as you can see, this house is coming together really, really quick. We have my little sim self Tabitha there. Tabitha was alive and well last night at the bar, okay? She was alive and well, and she doesn't have any regrets, but, you know, she has some questions for herself. That we're not going to get into right this second. My dogs are being so cute right now. They're cuddling a little bit. And, yes. So, I wanted to make this house, like, look not like an ugly base game starter build. So, I tried a few different things, and then I ran out of freaking money. So, I had to keep shrinking it and then, like, getting rid of things. But I am happy to report that this house has upper cabinets, does not have just the cheapest cabinets, has a TV and a computer, and it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. So I feel like it's a really nice size because I budgeted this by just moving my sim self in. So the cost of this house total includes obviously everything you see and the lot, because I know sometimes like I'll be like watching a builder and they're like, oh my god, like a base game starter house, 20K, and I'm like, what the hell you get 20K from? Because like the lot is not big enough. But I'm really happy with the way it turned out, obviously. And I'm a little off-centered with my filming stuff, but not too bad. The debug landscaping is what saved this thing, and I even left a little bit in for you guys. I really struggled for a while with what I wanted to do, and then, like, I'm looking at it back, and, like, I wasn't unhappy with, like, the purple plants. The red ones were not, like, slaying the way I wanted them to, but, like, overall, I think I was being a little hypercritical. I was in a little bit of a mood when I was building this, and one thing about me is when I get in a mood, I am going to build in The Sims, because why work out your issues and, like, talk things out when you could build in The Sims? That is not life advice or professional advice, but it is what I did, and I'm not sorry about it. But debug landscaping pretty much saved this entire build, and I even added in, like, the little stones or whatever in the front to make it look kind of bougie. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when we get to the backyard, you're gonna be like, that's the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, you're right. Like, it is really fucking sad, and I tried my best, but the budge is budgeting. And I also have this weird little door glitch. You can kind of see it as we finish up the landscaping here. Like, the door was just, like, disappeared. I had to, like, leave and go to Manage Worlds to make it work because it was just not freaking working. But all in all, I got it fixed because I don't know about you guys, but if I was sitting here watching the speed build like I am right now, I mean, as I do my voiceover, obviously, it's making me freaking crazy. Speaking of crazy, my eyebrows need to get done. I'm having a not great day because I made the choice to be a feral rat last night. And then I also made the choice to sleep in my makeup. So I want to just, like, let everyone know there's no one to blame but me. But I just have little, like, whiteheads all over my face now, and I have to do a skincare night. And I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it because I kind of need to. But it's, like, a whole thing. Here we are, and we're finally getting into, like, some of the furnishing stuff. I like that little base game floor. I don't use it too often because it can be a little busy, but I knew I was not going to have money for, like, art and stuff. So I was like, we better, like, make it work. At first, you're going to watch me try to, like, make a little sectional. And don't get me wrong, when it was in the corner, it looked, like, okay, but it just, like, wasn't flowing with the overall, like, floor plan I had in my brain. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to put it in the center of the room. And, it just didn't look good. Like, I was trying so hard to make it work, and I do, like, end up, like, letting it sit there for a second. I'm like, okay, what if I do it with, like, a smaller couch? Maybe I just need to think on it. I thought on it. I thought it looked ugly. I didn't do it. Like, the clipping was just bugging me too much, and overall I was like, am I really gonna make this house fucking orange? Like, what the fuck? No offense to anyone who just loves orange, but I don't. I did use really expensive cabinets as well, which was like debatably not a good choice, but I just feel like they look so much better than the freaking like cheapo kind of apartment-y. They almost look like pressed cardboard or whatever, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, if you've ever built really cheap furniture from like Walmart or something, and like they have like wood tops, you like know what I'm talking about. It's like corkboard looking kind of almost. But I'm in here like just putting all the necessities down because I literally didn't have any fucking money. And so I was like, okay, what do I really need? I was like, toilet, beds. And then I was like, computer. But overall, I was pretty happy that I managed to fit all of that stuff. And I think this house ended up looking really cute. Right now, I know it's like, I understand it's orange, and you're like, what the fuck? It doesn't stay that. It's as you can see, it's becoming blue. I have an asphyxiation with blue in this game because a lot of the good swatches are blue, and like I stand by that. Here I am getting a cheaper bed because the bed I was using was so expensive, and oh god, here I go again with the freaking shrinking of the house. I think I shrink it like 2 or 3 more times, I'm not gonna lie to you. And I was having such a problem with the debug landscaping, so like that was a little irritating, but we got it all worked out, all good in the hood. You know, I was doing all the tips and tricks, you know, I was using debug landscaping, I deleted the underside of the stairs, you know, I cried a lot while trying to make this work. And it's not even that I don't think you can make a good base game build, because I do base game only builds, like I said, when someone had asked me when I was going to do like a more limited pack build. Last year, between like 2.5 months, I was releasing a base game only build once or twice a week, depending, because I rebuilt every lot in Newcrest with like lore filled base game houses, and they're all over my gallery ID, which is always linked in the description box. But like, I stopped building base game only houses for a while because I was really burnt out, because I kept doing them obviously like base game houses, base game community lots, just base game. And it's not even that the base game doesn't have that much. I mean, I've played The Sims religiously for a really long time, so yes, it can seem really limited to me, but overall it's really not that bad, because I know a majority of players, their style of play is like, okay, I'm gonna hyperfixate on this for like I don't know, 2 weeks, and then I'm not gonna play Sims again for like 3 months. And like, valid, because that was me growing up. But I think the problem with the base game is that the swatches on what we do have is like mid, and like, okay, the base game couch that I use in this house, that I pretty much always use when I do a base game build, is not too bad. But like, the bed options, they have not had swatch updates in forever, and I don't feel like it's too much to ask for a couple swatch updates. Like, let's go, Sims teams. Do not, you have all this time to make all these fucking kits. You can't give me a couple new base game swatches? No, I don't believe that. I don't take that as face value. I'm a confrontational person. There's a reason when I go to family dinner, people are like, you know, maybe you could like rein it in a little bit, you know. So if you want to choose violence with me, I'm going to choose violence with you. Here I am making it pink. Not because I'm in my pink era, because I think this like really bright magenta fucking pink that's on the screen is a little like, kind of. But that painting I put in the master bedroom, it's the only one in the entire game that I could fit. So yeah, I was like, the blue's not matching, so we have to make it pink. Oh, here I am running out of floor tiles. Like, this is the little like last teeny tiny bit of me being so fucking poor, and I have to like make some really hard decisions because it's just like not working. I just found money from somewhere. I don't know where I just found that from. But that's because I put the most expensive paint on the walls. And so when I was repainting the house, it was like, oh, I got all this money back. I was like, fuck yeah, like, hell yeah. And all in all, I think the floor plan has overall the floor plan came out really great. And if you were to play in this house, you could very easily like add a second story or expand it. And like, kind of, it would grow with your sim house. And like, even if you think this house is ugly, because like, valid, so for you, this house is A, affordable, and B, better than most of the base game starters, and I feel completely confident in my thought process by saying that. We're finishing up in the backyard, and you're going to see me do something really silly with the little lawn chairs, and I stand by it, but I know we've been zooming around like, you know, like kind of crazy, But do not fret, because we are going to go and jump in game right now to do a live tour. Okay, team, we are in the game with Tabitha, with Tiana. Tabitha has better skin than I do right now. I literally just sent a Snapchat while I was getting ready to jump in game, and I was like, oh my god, like, who the fuck let my skin be this dry right now? And I was like, oh, me, because I decided not to drink water last night and instead be, again, a menace to society. But this is the house. She's very pretty, I think. I like the brick, the, like, little painted brick look. Like, it's giving little flipper fixer upper vibes, maybe in a good way, not in like a gentrify way. But you walk in, you have this like little entryway with our office nook, you know, like a work from home moment, and that is attached to the most boring base game bathroom you've ever seen. But I almost forgot to put a mirror in, and I did just for the functions, okay? You're welcome. Then we have a little dining area, and I know I decorated this to be for another, like, this is, like, clearly a kid's room, which we'll go over and look at right now. But this could either be, like, an office, or you could have, like, 2 adult Sims who are, like, roomies. That'd be, like, really cute. And then, of course, we have a little kitchen with my all-time favorite base game backsplash, which is this, like, little tile vibe that you see me use all the time because, you know, I'm not very original. And then we have a living room. It's giving seafoam green. It's giving blue suburban and like beach house vibes. We love that. Again, they were probably at Marshall's or Home Goods picking out their decor. But we're balling on a budget. And then bam, pink monstrosity room. You know what? I did my best, okay? This was the only art I could afford. The room needed art. There's the art. There's the magenta bed. I don't have a lot to say about my choices. I do like the little flow of having this, like, ensuite little balcony kind of thing. And I obviously couldn't afford it because I have 3 simoleons left. As you can see, I really stretched this budget as far as I could. But, like, you could put, like, a little easel out here or some planter boxes or even, like, a little sitting chair, even though it's a Sims and your Sims don't just, like, casually read. And then, like, bam, tanning room. Because, like, you know, we ball in a budge. Tanning is, like, semi-dangerous for your skin. Like, always wear sunscreen like I do. Oh, my God, that's so embarrassing. I didn't fix the roof. Good thing I didn't put this on the gallery yet. Okay, so my mistake can be, like, forgiven. I'm actually going to fix this whole thing. Little pro tip, if you don't want it to, like, stick out, you can just make 2 pieces and then suck that in so it, like, looks better. And I almost forgot a trash can, but I didn't. So, again, I am the best simmer you will ever meet or see. And that was a joke, and no one come for me because I'm a sensitive person who hasn't had enough water today and whose skin is dry. I think I've been through enough. But overall, that is the entire house. It is going to be on the gallery, which, as always, is linked in my description box down below. Let me know if you guys come from this video and end up, like, playing in my house. I love seeing, like, little comments on my gallery. At one point, I really wanted to be gallery famous, and you guys can still make that happen. Just saying. But I had a lot of fun building this little build. I have some really fun builds coming up as we finish out this love month. And so I will hopefully see you guys hitting that subscribe button because I know you love when I love when you do that. That's what I meant. And don't forget to drink your water like I did. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.